All right, welcome, all you listeners once again. Today we have Cade, and so to start off, we are going to talk about some new gaming news and topics. And one of the games that has just came out is Body Cam, which looks to be, if anybody's played Ready or Not, it seems kind of like that, but way more realistic graphics. And the whole shtick and the title, hence, is it's from the like a body cam perspective, like a police body cam. So it's first person, but it's like recorded in that way, and a lot of the faces are blurred out.
Is the first mission in the game where you get your knee and you put it on the neck
Oh no.
of a white guy?
Yeah.
Sadly, it's only PvP.
The demo. The demo is just like the knee on the neck, and then like you gotta stand trial, and that's the end of the demo.
Oh no.
So thank
I
you
was
for
gonna say,
playing Body
like,
Cam. Please buy the full game.
you know how like in most games it's red versus blue. In this one, it's black versus white.
Oh,
Oh my god,
no. But
dude.
what if one of the guys on your cop team is black? Then what do you do?
It's
Black
still
on black.
classified as white.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, all the criminals will just yell that dude's a traitor.
Traitor, race traitor.
Right.
Kind of like what they do on the border. All the Hispanics on the other side yell at the ones that are on the border on our side, and they're like, "You traitors!"
Well, they only call them that because they didn't let them get across the border with
Yeah,
them.
they just put him in the back of the truck. A black guy puts on a cop uniform, you just hear switching sides.
Oh my god.
Over the radio, just the 911 operator's like, "Oh, you're switching sides, I see."
Oh my god. I'm switching teams.
But no, it definitely looks like a cool game, though.
Yeah, anyway, in all seriousness, this game
Yeah, do real.
is $30, so it's better than the 60 or 70 for the higher price points, and it's a small indie dev team, which once again the common theme lately has been small teams, like one guy for the other company, or like Helldivers, or these guys just coming out and making good games that are just pretty much better than all the AAA games. We've even played this game, so we don't really know, but
They by far have more playability and replayability than the AAA games. Anything on top of that is a bonus and an extra, in my opinion. And that's the crazy part, is that all you got to do is make a better game than a AAA game company that spends millions of dollars to make their games. That doesn't seem like it's a hard thing to do anymore.
Apparently not. No, like
well, there's a lot of reasons as to why. I mean, you're talking about game software like Unreal being much more available to consumers, and having it just so that game design is a lot more, easier for everyone to get into nowadays. And with things like Steam, these platforms that anyone can upload onto, you don't need to go through a giant publisher like you did when it was 1995. You can just say, hey, by the way, take a cut of my profits, and there you go. I can now make a multi-million-dollar game.
Yep.
You take a cut of your profit, the initial buy-in, and that's it. And it's been well known that that's just a gambling bet, and Gabe will give you that money right back once you sell 100 copies.
Yep.
That's the deal with Steam uploads, is you put $100 into it after you upload your game, and that's kind of like a I don't know how you say it, like a
security deposit, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. It's a security deposit. All Gabe wants you to do is hit 100 downloads and buys off of Steam, and he'll go ahead and give you that 100 back. It's a bet.
Yeah.
And it's that for every game. It doesn't matter if you're a Call of Duty game or some indie game that no one's actually really going to know. It's always going to be $100. And I mean,
they take a cut out of your sales.
I was talking about the initial buy-in, though.
That's there an actual official buy-in? I thought it was just that you had to. I guess there is an additional pay-in because you do have to take up server space. So yeah.
Well, yeah, and if it is $100, that means they only have to sell 4 copies of this game to get it back.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Right.
Which they probably already have.
Well, yeah, I mean, like the lower price is gonna get way more people too. Like all the other games are so expensive now.
Yeah,
I mean, and to be fair, you're really not worried about that $100 if you really don't have to make a super good, well done game to even make a lot. Like, you can make a lot of money on Steam with a half-ass game. If people will play it, people will play it. And the fact
Christ
that people
Warrior
will play
5. All right, guys. Christ Warrior 5
Just off the
released
title, I'd
2
play
months
it.
ago. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. It's an Unreal game. I'm actually not like completely off the mark. There is an actual game. It's like a Bible game where you play as like John Christ or something like that, and you like have to go and do a bunch of weird side quests. It's all poorly optimized. It's exactly what you think it is, but like all it takes is one YouTuber to say, "Hey, I played this meme game. It's kind of funny," and boom, now you've made like enough for rent that month.
Oh yeah.
No, Lethal Company got big, wasn't it? A bunch of people were playing on YouTube.
If 1,000 people buy your game and your game sells for $10, you have 10 G's.
Yep.
There's no other way of looking at that, and that's crazy because you only need to get RPG Maker, and you can make a $10 game. You really don't even need RPG Maker to make a simple game, a 2D game at that point. But like, Steam is a good place on being able to get your game out there. I mean, they have a new and trending tab, which is actually really good on trying to get your game out. I've seen games that are like, what the fuck is this thing? I mean, that's why there's all those sex games that come out on like the new and trending tab is people know that that's where that's going to be. And
it's like fucking Furry Hitler, the one that was on the fucking new this week. I saw that on Steam and I was like, what the fuck is this? Why
oh my god.
Yeah,
well, isn't that how Battle.net got kind of big? Was it kind of go up on Steam?
Well,
what was
blew
it?
up for 2 different reasons, but yeah, Steam is one of them.
Mostly because 2042 was so bad.
Yeah,
right.
And it still sort of is bad to this day. But you know, the Battlefield community is still coping.
Trying, man.
So, guys, it's so much better than when it originally launched. Guys, please come back.
Let's talk about the thing that just trying to make its crawling out of the depths of hell come back. Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Black Ops 6.
They went ahead and did their little mini reveal, and they showed one of the biggest differences I've ever seen in a Call of Duty. Their movement system is finally getting overhauled into something it looks like that is different. And basically, you can do 360 dolphin dives now.
Yes.
Whoa! Hey guys, remember Helldivers can do that right now, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, damn, we're revolutionizing gaming.
That's probably where they stole the fucking idea from.
They probably were playing it and they're like, write that down, write that down.
Well, I mean,
write that down.
It's been a thing in games. It's just normally it's not placed into tack shooters or arcade shooters. Like for instance, you even had it in there's like mods for Skyrim where you had like advanced quote unquote advanced movement, and your movement felt a bit more realistic than most other games. So it's really just making things look nice, quality of life. I think it's just when the industry puts pressure on anything in the FPS genre, COD just dogs on it immediately. And it's not just COD; it's just mostly other FPSs, large FPSs do the same thing as well.
I mean, I do think that will be awesome because, like, they're saying you can sprint in any direction, and their kind of thing was like, if you can do it in real life, you can do it in the game, or like, if you want to live out your Black Ops action fantasies, that was more of a thing because, you know, and you can lay prone on the ground and then go on your back, kind of like you can in Siege. Like you can roll over or whatever. But
wait, that wasn't the thing in the previous COD? I thought it was.
I don't think it had.
No, you only laid down prone, like, face forward.
Yeah, that's pretty basic. That's a pretty basic thing.
Now you can do the Tarkov roll. You can like, you can get on your sides. You can lean backwards, lean forwards, do a full 180, and look the other way. What I think the coolest thing about that is the fact that you can finally shoot while diving. Like, it used to not be a thing. You would either have to dive and land the dive, or, I mean, if you got stuck, if you were doing a dive, you would have to land the dive in order to, like, shoot your gun again.
Yes.
But now they have
it. Actually diving, though.
Well, let's say Black Ops 2, you're on, like, standoff on the top of the roof on the house, and you go to dolphin dive off of it. You would have to hit the ground before you shot your gun.
Yep.
And now you can shoot your gun in midair, which actually makes it cooler for 360s and different trick shots.
We'll see some pretty awesome kill cams, I'm sure. And I think you can also
shoot
while sliding now. I don't know if you already could.
Pretty sure
You can ADS while sliding now.
I think I hate to say this, but I'm putting a lot of faith in Call of Duty to be back to like a not good, but Modern Warfare 2019 standards of like decency, because they have X Defiant that they are having to worry about. And I know that some of y'all don't like X Defiant, and that's how.
No, I mean it's a free-to-play game.
I've never.
It is definitely competing with the multiplayer side. The casual arcade shooter Call of Duty fan is definitely has taken them, and it's the first time I've seen Call of Duty really be all like, "Fuck, man, there goes most of our player base that isn't Warzone players."
Bruh, I'm sorry.
Any amount of competition, COD crumbles.
Yes.
It's gone.
Well,
again, they just competition, man.
They hit 10 million players have played X Defiant now, and they have a daily concurrent of 700,000 that will touch the game.
What?
And that's embarrassing when you think about that. It is
what it is.
Yes.
They really have that many players right now?
Ubisoft. It's not Activision. That's what I'm trying to get at, is Ubisoft has never done a Call of Duty competitor. They've never wanted to try to compete with Call of Duty. They've known their place. Except now that they're actually blowing them out of the water, and now Call of Duty, Activision's like, we're having to deal with Ubisoft. It's not like an indie game developer that we're dealing with. Like, we're easily able to outdo them. We're having to try to outdo another company that gets billions of dollars each year from making shit games as well. But either way,
embarrassing, bro. X Defiant was horrible.
And like, obviously, a free game will get more players because it's free. But the fact that it has that many,
just ask Overwatch.
Exactly.
This reminds me of when Battlefield 3 came out and Call of Duty panicked because a lot of people started going to Battlefield series when Battlefield 3 came out.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, this was still a time that Call of Duty was making bangers. We're talking about Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1 or 2.
Oh,
one of the really good Black Ops games came out around that time as well.
It's still in the peak period. Yeah, Black Ops 2 came out, I think, at around the same time Battlefield 4 came out.
I think they came
roughly around then. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, that was the only time I've ever seen Activision and Call of Duty have a competitor that they were like shaking in their boots about.
Yeah, because I mean, crisis.
It was. I mean, they never you couldn't compare it to Halo because Call of Duty for that time was like, nah, we're not space shooters. We'll never be space shooters.
Sort of occupied different genres, and that's kind of why they never really have competed against one another, like truly competed.
Yeah, they're very different.
We don't have space lasers. We'll never have space lasers. And 10 years later, they had space lasers. But anyway.
But yeah, so I mean, X Defiant is like a hero. It's like Call of Duty mixed with Overwatch, kind of, because it's hero shooters and classes and ultimates. Seems interesting. Andy and Tyler played it. They didn't seem to have an amazing time. Watched a video of Moist Critical play it. Didn't seem interesting. Watched a video that Actman did. Made it seem alright. I'm not going to touch it, though. But
I don't really mind it, but I don't like the abundance of snipers. And I know that sounds silly because I like Call of Duty, but it really is an abundance of snipers. And I don't like that.
Those look pretty busted.
It is what it is, and like I understand where they're coming from. They're like, oh, we're trying to bring back the whole like Call of Duty quick scoping mentality, and it's like, yeah, I get that, but I was still able to dodge those bullets in Call of Duty. I can't dodge the bullets in this game, so make it to where we have a chance of dodging the bullet, and that makes it that much easier. I mean, there was a reason why there were distinguished quick scopers in Call of Duty, is they were that good that they can hit you even though you had the chance to get away.
I want to say that's more to do with how the game is handling hit reg than how the actual sniper functions. Because Ubisoft, I want to say it's dedicated servers, but it's done in a way where if you shoot someone on your screen, they take damage or something weird like that. I know hit reg in that game is pretty ass. So like,
it is. That is a big difference between that and Call of Duty. Is at least Call of Duty's hit reg doesn't.
It's pretty alright. Yeah.
It's had its time to be where it's at. Whereas in like X Defiant feels like what I'd assume Call of Duty 1 felt like on the PC in 2004.
Damn.
Because that's what it feels like. I mean, I don't know,
It
but
just didn't feel very good, man. And like I feel like everyone just died way too fast, too. That was another thing.
I mean, I don't.
Slow.
I will always be on the grounds of I love like really fast TTK. I really appreciate that in video games. That's just me personally.
Yeah, I hate low time to kills.
I have like a decent reaction time to where like I know I can get like the first shot on you, but I'm not going to be maybe as accurate as you, and that's why I like the TTK. Is the faster I shoot you, the faster you die.
Well,
Either way,
you want someone to die when you shoot them.
I also know that I'm on like the minority stance when it comes to TTK in video games because I mean literally I love fast TTK. Most people like an average Call of Duty TTK when it comes to arcade shooters. Like I would say Halo has the highest arcade TTK in a video game, and that's because like you have armor and shit.
Yeah, you have to bust the shields.
Yeah. Also, it's very weapon dependent in Halo, whereas in Call of Duty, any weapon can shoot pretty much across the map as long as you're aiming at them.
Yes.
And in Halo, you can't take like what's it? The assault rifle. It doesn't have a scope. It's a very close quarter machine gun. You can't really shoot a person all the way across the map with it, like, and expect them to die in 1 second. It's not how that works. So like there is like this ranking system of TTKs. I'd say X Defiance is so much more faster than Call of Duty on the sniper rifle. It's not even fucking comparable. You can't even see the glint of their sniper scope before you die. That's how fast they kill you. It's like I don't like that in that game because it doesn't give you any ability to slide away or go back around the corner. And even if you do, the lag, the hit reg, somehow they still get you. I'm like, I don't know. That's why I uninstalled that game. I think Ubisoft can definitely still compete with Call of Duty. I mean, I'm not the millions of people that have been playing the fucking game, but they've been playing it.
Yeah, I don't understand it, to be honest with you. But
it's because those people don't have the money to pay for Call of Duty, and I understand it. Why would you pay for Call of Duty when, first of all, Call of Duty's shit, and if you want the same standard, there's a free-to-play game that's competing with them. I understand it. But
no match, like no MMR as well. So if you're complete shit at video games, it's your first time playing an FPS, you could hop in and get some kills. If you are really bad, you just have a chance of fighting people who are shit.
Legit, dude.
I really do think that if that would be half the work, that's like half the work Call of Duty needs to do is a simple switch of turning off the SBMM.
Mm-hmm.
Or giving people an option to turn it off is all. You just need to tell people, hey, by the way, you can turn it off if you want.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's it.
There you go.
In fact, there was a game that did this a really long time ago. You want to know what that game was?
What?
Halo 3.
Did it really?
Wait, I thought Halo had a ranked game, and then it had
you had ranked, and you can even go into your settings so that whenever you're playing casually, you can have the option of no, I want my games to be competitive, or no, I want my games to be fun. Or not casual. Like it was a literal setting you could turn on. Yeah, you could just turn it on in Halo 3. Something you could just do whenever you wanted. You did not have to, go into a certain playlist. You could just say, hey, by the way, in general, I want to have games that are less about, tight games.
The only time I appreciate an SBMM isn't when it's an individual SBMM, if it's a teamed up SBMM. Like if you are going into a competitive shooter and you're teamed up, there should be an option permanent. I think there should be a permanent option to match you up to another team that is teamed up. But it doesn't necessarily mean that like they have to be the exact same skill rating. And if you're an individual solo player, then there should be no skill-based matchmaking. You understand and you agree that you're solo. Whatever happens when you enter. But I feel like when you're teaming up and you get like either way, when you're going up against a dog shit team, it feels like a waste of your time. And when you get put up against a fucking a good team that doesn't really have, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think on like when you are on a team? Like you have a 5 stack. Should you go up against a whole bunch of people that are solo, or should you also go up against the people that are 5 stack too?
I think it depends on what game you're playing, and more or less what type of mode of that game you are playing. I think, like, yeah, in Overwatch, when you're playing comp, you should probably go against another 6-stack. That's the most fair way for you to have that game get bounced out with MMR.
That's the game I had in my mind when I was talking about it. So you nailed it on what I was thinking of.
Yeah, but then again, there's also like I also am of the mindset that hey, by the way, how you perform in a team of players that you know and coordinate with is entirely different to how you play solo. So I think that there should just be a separate playlist for playing in a 6-stack, which by the way was the original view of the competitive lead for Overwatch 1. You would not be able to play competitive Overwatch, just period, if you were not in a 6-stack in Overwatch 1. That's just how the game was originally designed, which makes a lot of sense. Because after the game was released, people really didn't like the competitive side of Overwatch originally because there were so many balancing issues. Because they were running into a solo experience.
I think it makes
and they were expecting it to work.
I think it makes it more competitive when you limit team-based competitiveness, like teamed up competitive. Like if there is a 5-stack, you have to go up against another 5-stack. You have to be as coordinated as they are. You know what I mean? Like if you're in a group with 5 individuals who aren't on the same fucking Discord call, who aren't going to be using like party chat, what are they going to text you? Hey, they're on the left flank, or use like in-game fucking voice lines to tell you where people are at or what's happening?
Hey, I've done that. It's fun.
I get it for need healing, but other than need healing or regroup, there really is no other reason to use those.
Unless you're joining the team chat, but not everybody even joins that.
And even if everybody was to use in-game voice lines, you're not going to be able to be as competitive as the people that are all 5'd in Discord. It's just not going to happen. So I think there should be a limitation on it.
I mean, in a Call of Duty game, though, I don't think that matters at all.
No, COD's not really a competitive shooter, though.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's an arcade shooter.
Because in COD, unless it's like an objective mode, it's not really competitive. If it's just team deathmatch, it doesn't really matter if you're in a call or not.
And like we can separate out, like if you're going into league play, you can't solo. If there should be an option for solo league play and teams league play, like how there was, I'm pretty sure in Black Ops 2.
Yeah,
I never played competitive in Black Ops or COD.
Well, that's why I don't get to. Why don't you just have it so like ranked has skill-based matchmaking, and why do you make it so like non-ranked doesn't? Like that's literally your simplest form of fixing everything.
Yeah, again,
do that.
Let the players choose the game they want to play. Oh my god, what a revelation! Let the consumer purchase and play the product the way they want to play it. Oh man,
crazy revelation!
Yeah,
what a weird revelation. Yeah, oh my god, like.
But to kind of circle this back around, so Black Ops 6, the zombies mode is returning, and they're going back to round-based zombies because
as they should.
And are the zombies jumping and flying around like they have been in the last one?
Yeah.
Well, I thought Cold War's zombies was round-based.
It did have round-based, but it did have the like Warzone map zombies type.
Yeah, I thought it had both.
It did have both.
I didn't. I totally forgot about that.
Which I think that means they're just getting rid of that, or I don't know, because Cold War was pretty normal, at least on like the one main map, but they might be going more toward like a Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2.
Yeah, that's what they should do.
Well, all right.
They should just copy and paste Black Ops 2.
I love having Easter eggs in the zombies mode. I do appreciate that because it brings in. First of all, I mean that's how you get OP in the zombie rounds. No matter what no matter what Call of Duty you've played. I mean, you do. Cold Wars was really cool because the power-ups and extra weapons that you got were actually incredible.
Oh yeah, I mean, I made it to round 50 because if you get enough like points, and not even like, you could just spam buying chopper gunners, and the zombies can't kill you when you're in the chopper gunner.
I actually liked. I kind of liked the whole extracting too, where like you didn't.
Oh yeah, but you could leave whenever you want.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool thing.
I just want Black Ops 2 all over again, and then just give me new maps, new guns, new graphics.
In my opinion, what they should just do with Call of Duty Zombies is is have the original maps, no matter what. I feel like
though?
that would
Why do all that over again? Like I don't get that. That's what Call of Duty's
because
been doing for
Kino
decades.
Kino's been one of the best maps of all time, and we haven't had another Kino.
Yeah, Der Riese is better to be honest, but
I
that's
agree
my
with that.
opinion.
I like Darius more.
Like I don't get why everyone so like wants. Oh my god, let's just do what we did 10 years ago, but just better graphics. No, just make new shit, new guns, new characters. Redo this shit. Make it so the zombies aren't flying around like they have in the last couple CODs.
I'm okay with like movement being good for the players as long as it's in a somewhat balanced way where you don't feel like you're invincible. Like have it make the game feel interesting and fresh in a different way, but keep some of the roots that make the game what it is.
Mhm.
Like the zombies cannot have jump packs like they did in Advanced Warfare. Okay, that can't happen. The
I
extraction
guess
thing,
I've
I'm
never
not a huge
played this
fan
map.
of.
I don't mind having a win, like a win mechanic in
Oh,
zombies.
this
It's been
is
done in
World
mods
at
all the
War,
time.
isn't it?
Well, like
Does
that,
Diary
I'm cool
World
with.
at War?
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, and then they did it in Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. Oh, and Black Ops 3. They did it in all three of them because it was. But like my thing is like I don't disagree with having something that wins the game. Like I don't like the one where you're like running around on a battlefield map or a battle. Was it Battlefield Zone or map? What
the
do they call it?
Warzone map.
Warzone. Thank you.
Yeah,
I know what you're
the
talking about because they
MW3
did that.
Zombies was not great. And then yeah, in Black Ops Cold War, that was where it started. They had a couple bigger maps for zombies. They're like, just
Yeah.
drive around and go do whatever. It's
Like, I don't want to be driving around in zombies. That's just
no,
me.
the point of zombies is you're walking around on a map, and they're trying to kill you, and you're trying to survive.
Yeah, and then
But-
have Easter eggs like on the prison map, Alcatraz. Have it so you can get like a magical fucking axe, and have
Here's
an
the
Easter egg
thing,
so
I
you can
just-
upgrade it.
I just realized that Modern Warfare 3 had zombies.
Yep.
Why?
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3? Oh no, yeah, it didn't have
Yeah.
zombies. Oh no, that's Ghost. No, Modern Warfare didn't
No,
have zombies. It
this
had a horde mode.
No, this Modern Warfare 3 has the zombies.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah,
Why
they got
does it
double dip where they
zombies?
can.
So, all right, if they just
Again,
went with
it's bad.
if they just went with survival on Modern Warfare 3, not it doesn't even have to be zombies. Stick with the thing that you made, which was the survival shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
Like
the thing is,
the
studio
original
that
Modern
made,
Warfare 3 survival was one of the funnest game
was
modes
good, yeah.
of a Call of Duty.
yeah, but think who made that? The people that made that are now with EA.
Yeah, they're
And
no
with-
longer working for that company.
Like the people that made the games we all love are no longer with the company at
I
all.
know.
Like, any of the studios.
Bungie doesn't matter. They're not even working on game development anymore. I'm pretty sure all those guys retired.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's see.
All the guys that made Apex are working on Apex. Or well,
Oh,
the guys that made
know what
MW2
game's
are-
that premiered at the Games Fest was the Gears of War E-Day. That looks really good.
That looks interesting. I do want to see
should be
that.
cool. And it's by
Yeah, Marcus and Dom are back, baby.
damn right. It's supposed to be like a prequel, basically, because for people who don't know, like D-Day in real life, they call this E-Day because the Locust. For anybody who doesn't know Gears of War, kind of picture Halo, right? But like a grittier, more intense. Because instead of the Covenant,
I'd say more grounded.
you still have literally grounded because the
Yeah, 'cause they
Locusts
come out of the ground.
come from under the ground, and that's why it's called E-Day, because they were under the surface, and then they just came up and started
Emergence
fucking
Day.
shit up. Mm-hmm. Everyone started murdering everybody, and because in the first game they mentioned it and talk about it, obviously, and you're like in the middle of the war. This is going to be like the start of the war. You see like Marks and Dom with the baby face, fresh privates,
I'm fucking down,
recruits
dude.
in the military, and like I heard a rumor that it's supposed to show like the creation and the story of the Lancer with the chainsaw,
That's pretty badass. Okay, I'm down.
and like just the trailer alone, the short trailer. I mean, it looks pretty good. It's just Marcus fighting one locust drone in an apartment, but it's pretty badass. Like just the really good graphics
Yeah.
and they reference the
Yeah,
first trailer
good.
for Gears of War by playing the Mad World,
Mad World.
song in the background.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Which was awesome.
Yep.
And
They did it when they showed Dom off,
Yep.
which was basically his
Oh.
song. Like that was his whole spiel was Mad World because I mean, out of all the characters in Gears of War, he's probably the most depressed.
Yes.
Yeah, but I love Marcus though. He's my favorite.
Marcus is great. Marcus is the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I hope this reinvigorates a lot of people wanting to have more Gears games, and then I'm wanting them to remaster all the first three.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would love
Because
that.
they remastered Gears of War 1, and then they have...
Yes, well, it wasn't a remaster. It was a... Oh, I know it was a remaster. I'm thinking of a remake. I'd like them to remake the entirety of the first three Gears, because Gears 1 is pretty outdated
Yeah.
with a lot of its mechanics, and it was made in the same era where Dead Space 1 was released. So we're talking like... If people played that game now, it would be like
2009.
giant whiplash from even just people who are used to cover shooters. So it would need to be a remake, not a remaster.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2008, 2009. 2008 is when Dead Space came out.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's actually way
And
before.
speaking of
Dead Space.
survival as a game mode, Gears of War 2 literally had the
Horde.
best survival. Horde is the best survival of all games that I've ever played
Yes.
when it comes to like round-based survival.
Mhm.
It's so
Absolutely.
good.
Like,
It's
you
so
can
good.
build like traps and stuff.
Yeah, Gears 3 perfected it. Gears 2 is the one that came out with it.
Yep. This is
I
how
think that
long can
Gears-
you or you and your buddies survive.
Yes, I think that Gears 2 had the better story, and also like the better set pieces. Like, come on, you have to fucking chainsaw through a worm and pop out the other side because it was being used to burrow underneath the earth to take out cities.
Mhm.
You don't get that anywhere else in
No.
games.
No.
Or just the atmosphere, like the armor, the weaponry, like
Yeah,
there's just
everyone
nothing
looks like a
it.
WWE fighter.
Yep.
Yeah, like they're all fucking shredded as shit. Even the girls look like they could beat
Everybody's
us up
jacked.
too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like it's just like that whole atmosphere is just awesome to be in. And I haven't like played there's some bad Gears of War games, but like you
Judgment.
still have a good experience on them. You know what I mean?
Well, speaking of chainsaw weaponry, Doom.
Uh-oh.
Doom the Dark Ages has shown its teeth, and god damn it, dude, I want a fucking dragon now. I want to play that game.
Oh yeah, dude.
I actually didn't watch this one.
Ride a dragon.
That's cool.
He's literally you can basically go all twisted metal in the air with this dead dragon now, which looks pretty fucking cool.
PlayStation exclusive?
That's probably gonna be PlayStation and PC. Actually, no, isn't it Bethesda? I thought it was Bethesda.
Yeah.
Bethesda, they're not.
Yeah,
gonna do
so
it.
it's Xbox. It's not even on PlayStation. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
It might be on
For
3.
some reason I was thinking it was
I think it's
okay.
on 3.
Okay, I gotcha. For some reason I was thinking it was a PlayStation thing, but
Okay, do that. You get a shield with the chainsaw on it. So someone basically took Captain America's shield and the chainsaw lancer, mashed them together.
I think it's just a prequel. That's all it is, right? It's a
Mhm.
prequel.
Yeah, it was like trying to say like before he really became the hero or whatever.
The Doom Slayer.
Is.
Yeah.
Anybody here play the Prince of Persia games?
No, but I know about them.
yeah.
I played their successors, which is the OG Assassin's Creed games.
Yes, that is exactly what Ubisoft. If they actually didn't do the Prince of Persia games, it would have been a lot harder for them to mechanically do Assassin's Creed. Because
Yes.
a lot of those mechanics came from Prince of Persia.
Yeah, it's basically it is Assassin's Creed. It is the raw version of what Assassin's Creed was going to be before they made that game.
Yeah,
I miss old Assassin's Creed, man.
and then they're redoing Metal Gear. They're starting out in order. They're doing Snake Eater, which is pretty
Yep.
cool.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
An
I think-
actual chronological order.
Right. I think they're doing a couple of cool things. I shouldn't say a lot, but there is a couple cool things to look forward to in gaming next year.
This year was
Yeah.
great, though.
Like out of all the games we talked about, I think only Black Ops 6 is coming out this year.
Oh, and I'm cautiously optimistic about it. Like I will say,
As you
there's
should.
a couple things that might be okay in it, but like, problem is we all know it's coming out at $70 to $80.
Oh, it is 7.
And oh,
Yeah.
see, and,
I
like,
really
to
don't
me,
like that.
yeah, I hate that too.
Because they don't use the money. They never. It's always the salesman who walks into the door and says, "I know I'm charging you more money, but you're gonna get a better product out of it." Oh, what's this? I still have a shit ton of microtransactions in my game.
Mm-hmm.
Why are these in the game? I'm paying more money. Make it a free to play game and keep them in, and I'm okay with it. But why are they still here?
Also, Cade, get this: the beta to play the game, to test it out, right? It's locked behind a paywall.
Oh, absolutely. They're not going to give you the game early for free.
So, I hate that so much. Why
It would
Yeah,
be
and-
hilarious if nobody bought, like, if literally nobody bought for the beta or pre-purchase so that they can play the beta. How much shittier do you think the game would be on release if
Yeah.
nobody was able to test it?
Oh,
Well,
the
nobody
betas aren't
cares.
even testing anymore. The betas are just pre-game. Like they're
I know
it's-
they call it a beta. I know.
it's just
It's
like,
usually
you can
just
play the game.
pretty much the finished product.
Yeah. Like it's like when we played Battlefield 2042, it was like, guys, oh my god, this beta is pretty cool. Like they're gonna add more maps and more guns, right? Oh wait, they only added 2 maps and 1 gun. Oh.
Mhm.
I do like how in
guys,
beta,
this build was from a couple months ago, so it's we know a lot of the issues and we're gonna fix them. Don't worry, guys.
I like
Yeah,
how in the
yeah.
beta they are always like, here's the 5 guns you can use in the beta, and then when the game comes out, they're like, well, here's all 8 guns. It's like,
Yeah.
oh wow, damn. I wasn't able to use the handgun and RPG and the sniper rifle. Fuck me,
Yep.
dude.
Yep. That always irks me, man. It really does.
Because yeah, the Cold
I mean,
War,
personally, 2042's was the worst I've ever seen do it to the people. Whereas where it's like, here's the 15 guns in the beta, and then game release, and they're like, you got all 16 now, and it's like, well, fuck, dude, I just paid 100 for this game.
Yup. That's great.
It's really sad how little effort they put into that game. It really is. And I mean, it's not again. It's never the developers. It's the managers of those developers. It's the people. It's the publisher. It's the people
Managers
who are.
and board members.
Yeah, it's never the people who are in the grunt work. I think people will always forget that when it comes to harassing people online, which is great. It's never the person who is directly working on the game. Never the people who are talking to you on Twitter about the issues you're having. It's never those people. It's always people who are above them.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. That's the people making decisions, man. It's not the people that are doing all the work.
It's
Yeah.
the people who get the most money. Those are the ones that get to dictate your life there at that company. If they say like some bullshit thing that you know isn't going to work, you don't really have a say in that. I mean,
Yeah.
what you do get is that they offer you therapy because they're going to ruin your life, and they know they're going to ruin your life. So their business has opted into having a 24-hour therapist on standby before you kill yourself. That's literally all they do. I've heard
Yeah.
stories from
I need
Blizzard.
to come in tonight, though. I need to come in. I know you already worked 60 hours this week, but I need you to come in for another 10 because we do need to tighten up the graphics on level 4.
Mhm.
I'm sure you guys have seen the pirate software guy now, right? On YouTube Shorts, the guy with the long hair, glasses. His father used to work at Blizzard. That's what they based the South Park No Life guy off of.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking
And
about.
he looks relatively similar, but he used to work at Blizzard. He was he was one of the people that did a lot of coding, banning, and he's a hacker too. But he talked about how at Blizzard they would make some stupid ideas, and they would make you work so much. And then he went across the street to another game company, and he started working there. And he's trying to work so much, and they were like, you need to stop. And he's like, what? This is what I'm supposed to do. And he's like, no, you don't realize, like, they tried to kill you over there. They
Mhm.
wanted every, like, blood in your body. They wanted it all. Like, you don't have to do that. That's not how life actually is. And it sucks that once you're that big company, that's kind of like the standard for all of your employees.
Yeah,
I feel
well,
yeah,
it's
you're
the
not
American work environment is what you're talking
In
about in a
general.
nutshell. Yeah.
In general. And it sucks if you don't. And it sucks because if you like your job too, it's a good way for you to start having resentment towards it.
Yeah. Well, it's about taking passionate people and then running them to the nub, and then trying to go even further after that. And it's how creatives die in especially the gaming industry, but it's how
Oh,
creatives
yeah.
die everywhere. It's why it's happens in movies, it happens in TV shows, it happens everywhere.
Yes.
And it's just an issue where you have corporations doing what corporations do, which is prioritizing profits over any creative improvement or any like there's no morals that make you as a company want to perform better for the art you're pursuing. It's just, I want money. How do I get that money with the least amount of money and least amount of risk possible? That's all they think of.
Well, you know what's funny is the companies that made all the profit in gaming and entertainment back in the day were the ones that took risk and creative risk, not the ones that made the Acolyte.
Not
Yes.
only creative risk, financial risks too. Like
Yeah,
think
like
about
Gears
Crash
of War
Bandicoot.
was going to bankrupt Xbox if they did not make enough money. By the way,
Yeah.
Think about Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot. They made a game that at first that couldn't run on the console that they were going to have it on. Like it was a PlayStation game, and I mean before the PlayStation 1 came out, they got a copy of the PlayStation 1, and it wasn't even able to run on that game console. So they just made a game. They spent a lot of money paying employees for this whole time, and their game wasn't able to run on the console before it came out. Think about that. Like, I mean, that's
Yeah.
a financial risk that you just took, and now you have to think your way out of that. I mean, game companies were so much more ballsy back then on the risks that they
Yeah.
took.
Oh, 100%. Well, and like, I mean, gaming is like that, but also think about movie studios right now, man. Like, they aren't making any movies that they think are like not a slam dunk. But the funny thing is they don't make money on it because no one's like, I really want to go to like the 10th Star Wars movie,
Mhm.
or I want to go to this Marvel movie that has no actors I know about, a character I don't know about in the comic books, all that kind of stuff.
they have Squid Game guy in it though, Tyler.
Yeah, Squid Game guy.
Guy's in it.
Okay,
I
I
didn't
think
know his name. He's just known as Squid Game guy.
I
Yup.
think movies will be great again when they start catering to the audience that will watch it instead
Yeah.
of trying to cater to everybody,
Yeah,
because you
trying
can't get everybody involved. If I mean, like, in my opinion, Pineapple Express is one of the greatest movies of all time, but
Oh, it's a great movie, yeah.
I can't go up to every single person. They'll be like, no, I mean, like, they'll be like The Godfather is, or Saving Private Ryan, or some fucking bullshit girl movie that nobody gives a
Yeah.
fuck about. But like, people have their own individual preferences. Like, I
Right.
think what Disney is trying to do and just trying to cater to literally everyone,
Mhm.
they have now made their audience smaller because the only people that are listening is the minority.
Right.
And
Well,
I'm
and
not
on
talking
top.
about racial. I'm just talking about in general. Like, you
Whoa,
have
you're
now
about to
gotten
get
the
canceled,
minority.
Andy.
You have now got the minority of Disney fans listening to or watching Disney movies. You had the majority of us, and I say the majority is pretty much every kid that grew up in the 90s and early 2000s that were born in that time. That's your core fucking audience. You know what I mean? Like, you've
And it's
completely
men like comic books. I'm
Yes.
sorry to break the news to you. Okay,
Yeah.
men like Star Wars. How many women have you guys met that like Star Wars? Okay,
Well, what do
girlfriend
you
does.
define like Star Wars, Tyler?
But-
There's
I'm
a-
talking someone that actually fucking knows what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, my girl does, but I'm
Yeah,
not
I
saying
mean,
like catering
it's
to
a
women.
really
How about
it's a really
about
popular series, like franchise. It's
Yeah, but
liked by a lot of people.
yeah,
let's say
okay, sure,
let's
yeah.
say a
Maybe
percentage of
1 in 10.
Americans that we're talking about a percentage of Americans. I'm gonna just say a number. Let's say around 2 million people is that, let's say, like, yeah, maybe 2% of the population, 2 million people or so. That's who Disney's catering to. Well,
Yeah.
not, all right, I shouldn't say that. They've tried to cater to the whole 300 million, and in doing so, they're now catering to the like 2 million
The 2 million. Yeah.
because they've
Well,
tried
yeah.
to broaden their whole thing. No
Yes.
guy, I mean, like, it's like guys know about, like, we know about Little Mermaid. Can I
Mhm.
fucking sing a song note for note like how my
Yeah.
girl can? No.
No.
No, I fucking can't.
Exactly.
Why are you
Who
trying
knows?
to cater to Little Mermaid to people who aren't going to be able to sing the fucking thing note to note or want to care about it? Because we don't care about it. And you've
Exactly.
completely ruined it for the people that did care about it.
Who went to Barbie?
Not any of us.
I
Any of
didn't.
you guys?
I mean, it was a pretty big success, but again,
Yeah,
it's because it
But
was
here's
catered.
the thing about Barbie.
Oppenheimer? Did
Barbie
anyone
makes
go to
sense.
Oppenheimer?
Barbie makes sense on catering to who it catered to because it's Barbie. It makes sense,
Right.
honestly.
Exactly, and that's my point. Is they cater to
Oppenheimer did the
women.
same thing. Yeah, I mean, I took my girl to Oppenheimer, and she was distressed, but when she walked out,
Right.
distressed.
Well,
I mean, it's not like for the faint of heart. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
things
it's
Well,
like,
going to be a very hard
but
movie to
they
watch.
they know who they're catering to. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Nolan's not gonna fucking cater to like kids that are gonna watch Despicable Me on nuclear war.
No.
I made Oppenheimer blacks. The community of black people.
Right.
Yeah, and like I think
Yeah, I
there
didn't
was
see-
one black character, and wasn't the girl black or some shit? One of them.
Oh yeah,
there was,
no,
there was one black character. Yeah.
There was a African American. I don't know who it was,
Wasn't
because
one of
they
those
weren't.
I think
But it
They
wasn't.
weren't a
Isn't the-
large.
They
isn't
didn't.
Black Oppenheimer called the American Society of Magical?
Oh
Oh! Talk about preaching to your 1% of the population.
no!
But exactly, Barbie did well because it knew what it was. All right, it was a movie that they made to cater to women.
Yeah.
Well, and it also failed to learn the lesson of the movie, which was we should treat everyone equally. Honestly, it's a great piece on reverse sexism and reverse racism. It's
Yeah, 'cause
great.
it was sexist.
It was a very sexist
trying-
movie.
Yeah.
In trying to prove that it's not sexist, it proved that it was very sexist. There's
Yeah,
a scene in the movie where, like, after Ken and Barbie have their whole issue, I've not actually seen. I've just seen clips of this. By the way, I've not actually watched the
Yeah.
whole movie.
Yeah, Kate, we all know you went to it by yourself. Don't lie to us.
In this scene, Ken's like, you know what, Barbie, I think you are right, and I think that we probably should live. Or I guess I don't want to go back to the way things were. I want to have it so that we're equal in a similar way. And rather than agreeing with Ken, Barbie's like, fuck no, I want things how they were in the past.
Yeah, because they were good for her.
Women were on top. Yeah.
Yeah. It's lovely. It's lovely is all.
Well,
people
you want to
who
know what
avoid
woman wasn't on
self-awareness.
top? This woman that took a deuce in the Golden Corral and gave birth in a
Oh,
toilet.
Yo, I just gotta give credit to Andy. This man is transitioning topics very well.
Yeah, this man is
Oh,
holding it down out here.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
Anyway,
so
let's
yeah,
talk about
we
the
we
baby
hadn't
poop.
mentioned this to Cade, but so apparently
I was there. I
yeah,
know about it.
he was in the Golden.
He was
Corral.
in the Golden Corral, bro.
I
He
was
was.
in the room.
He was in the
helping her
women's
give it-
bathroom at this Golden Corral.
He
Yeah.
gets out of
nuking
the
that
stall and he's
shit
sitting
while
there with
she
the
was-
mop.
Or this bitch came in and started screaming. But allegedly, like in Arkansas, this family went to the amusement park or whatever, and then wanted to finish off their day with a nice meal at the Golden Corral, which is a
Jesus
meme
Christ.
in itself.
Sounds like it's a nice meal
And
at the
it's,
Golden
and it's
Corral.
Arkansas, so it makes sense. And
Hey, that is a nice meal then, dude. Don't
so
be talking
this
about
so this family of like, well, I posted the picture. Let me.
Oh yeah, I gotta look at this picture. Hold on.
This family of like, is that 4 black people go to Golden Corral, and they're there, and then they're sitting down eating, and this one of them, this lady, apparently is like, guys, like my stomach hurts, like complaining about pains and stuff, and then it kept happening, and she didn't say this, or at least it didn't say it in the article, but I feel like she must have been like, damn, I might have to like shit. Hold on, I'll be back, because
Oh my god.
she goes to the bathroom, and then she's gone for like 10 minutes or whatever because she's giving birth, like longer than that. But after 10 minutes go by, her mom or something was like, is she okay? I gotta go check on her. And it goes into the bathroom, and she's like screaming and giving birth and in labor. Like apparently during the day earlier her water had broke, and they thought she like sat in something or like walked in a puddle and splashed her or whatever, and they just they passed it over, didn't think anything of it. And so she gives birth to a baby in the toilet in the Golden Corral bathroom, and it was like a 6-pound baby, and she was like 30 something weeks pregnant, and apparently allegedly, like if you look at this picture, she's skinny. You might think the meme of, oh, I didn't even notice I was pregnant. I didn't know I was
She's
pregnant.
fat as
I
fuck.
guess she was too damn fat. Didn't even notice putting on weight.
Well, look at her friends, bro. Look who she's hanging around with. She probably thought she was morphing into them, bro.
No.
Oh yeah, her friends are fat as hell. But
Damn. They
I
are
guess-
black.
I guess allegedly there's a thing. It was called like
And in a
cryptic
Golden Corral.
pregnancy or something, where you just don't have any symptoms, didn't put on weight, didn't have like morning sickness or pain or whatever, and so they named the kid.
Please tell me they named it Jeff Foxworthy.
No, but it's now her son is Tamar Kylon Corral Woodfork because they wanted Golden Corral to be part of the name.
Oh, this is America.
Oh,
Like I said, Tyler,
God.
you don't need to pass an IQ test to be a fucking parent. All right.
You think when she came out of the
Probably
bathroom,
should,
she immediately
bro.
went to like the front and she was like, "The baby eat for free."
No, she definitely was trying to get a free meal. You already know she was.
Yeah, this whole story is a lie. They just wanted to get free food at Golden Corral.
Oh my god,
Didn't
dude.
gain any weight, feel fetal movement. We had no idea.
We had
Yeah,
no
that's crazy,
idea.
dude. I really don't understand how you can't tell that you are. I mean, like 6
I mean,
pounds.
none of us have been pregnant.
I have, Kate. All right, don't assume like
Yeah.
Well,
How dare you assume that a man can't be
You might
pregnant?
be right,
Yeah, he gave
Cade.
birth tomorrow.
I haven't been pregnant, but I have a kid, and I've been live with someone who has had 2
Oh,
kids.
no, I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, I'm sure.
So,
I'm sure.
6
Even though
pounds in the pelvic area in a lady.
Oh,
is
they
a
put on more than
lot,
6
bro.
pounds too. All right, I'm just.
And I'm
gonna be
just
real.
saying that pushing up against their like cervix and their stomach guts and like their liver. Nah, a woman feels 6 pounds in their stomach, dude.
100%.
There ain't no way. And besides, dude, you know babies kick like every like 3 minutes. They'll just straight like start Mike Tysoning in your stomach, dude.
she just thought it was bad Golden Corral. She thought no, she thought the seafood was fighting back.
Yeah, I said this yesterday. I was like,
fuck.
probably thought like, oh, it's Golden Corral. I must have gotten food poisoning. It's like, damn.
It's so bad, bro. It is so bad.
And apparently Golden Corral gave them a gift card.
Oh, well,
Here's
that's-
$25.
It was all it was yeah. It was all for it. Alright, she had the baby like in her backpack and then she goes to the bathroom. puts it in the toilet. Oh my god, I just had a baby, and they're like, here's $30 gift card, and she like, we eating for free, boys.
If Golden Corral did anything, they sure did live up to their name of being a hillbilly ass fucking restaurant by doing
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes, sir.
Looking at the
damn.
photo that she was with, I doubt the gift card they gave her was enough to buy even the meal they were there for on that day.
Yeah, they probably paid for
Uh,
that meal.
They're probably like, here's a
Yeah.
$6 off certificate for a 6-pound baby, and it's like, goddamn.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Holy shit, dude.
I guess like she was
Yeah, I mean, she's probably trying to skip the labor costs, bro.
most likely. Yeah, she didn't want the medical bills.
One of those people
Which is
who
fair,
fights
honestly.
the
labor cost is
EMTs
just the
when they're
amount
trying to
of
take her into the fucking ambulance.
They're like, how much did your labor cost? She's like, $30. They're like, what? $30.
$30. She's like, I got a gift card though.
Yes, sir. And a baby came in. Apparently, it was 11 of them. That picture isn't all of them. It was saying in this one article that they came in as a party of 11 and they left as 12.
Jesus fucking
I
Christ.
mean, it's a
Holy
southern
shit, cheaper by the dozen, am I
family,
right?
Like, it makes sense.
Why? Who has 11
Jesus
people and is like,
Christ.
you know what, boys? Let's go to Golden Corral.
I mean, Cade.
Because I think that one
I
might
don't wanna
be based
say
by
it, but-
person. That might be played on
no.
person, not like you how much.
Can you imagine the episode of Maury where he's like, little baby Corral, your daddy is dead.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Like your father could be any of these guys.
Your father most likely works at a Golden Corral.
Just like where you were born, you were also conceived inside of a toilet in a Golden Corral.
I
Ugh.
mean, you're probably not wrong.
Yeah, I guess her mom came into the bathroom and like started talking to her, and she said, "We gotta go to the hospital," but she couldn't get up and move her legs, so they just called 911, and the paramedics and stuff arrived, and
Bruh.
everything was fine. And I guess everybody in the store figured out, and they came out and they're like clapping and stuff, and it's like, it's out, the baby's in the toilet. And it's just,
What the fuck?
I
That's
hope to
not
God
shit
she
is
didn't like go
so
to the bathroom
Fucking
first.
cringe.
Or if she did, that she flushed, and this baby wasn't just like immediately dunked into piss and shit.
Yeah, dude,
I
that's some
mean-
like fucking disease-filled shit what the fuck, dude?
But even if it is bowl's empty, it's still a toilet bowl. It's dirty as hell. It's a Golden Corral toilet bowl. For God's
Bro,
sake.
that shit got nuked. You know,
sanitary environment.
No, here's the thing. All right, so like, if y'all didn't know, when a baby comes out, it's coming out of a vagina.
Whoa! Wait,
Hold
what
on,
the
hold
fuck?
on.
Really?
Wait,
I thought it
holy
was
hell.
what?
Well,
Huh?
here's the thing
Holy
about
shit.
vaginas. There's a lot of wet down there, and when a baby goes through all that wet and
Might not know
stomach
that.
and all this
Oh
shit,
my god!
the
It's like
doctors
fucking-
don't wipe the baby off. I mean, they kind of wipe the baby off, but they leave like the vagina juice kind of on it.
Oh my
because-
god, Andy! Goddamn!
All right, the reason why they do that is because that's bacteria that the baby needs to have to be immune to like. That's the way they start building the baby's immune system, is leaving that bacteria on them, so it like they get healthy. So like dumping it in a toilet where other people's bacteria and shit are doesn't seem like the best way to go. I'm just saying, dude.
Gotta wash them off.
Yeah, that's what the
my
water
God.
does. It cleans them up, alright? It's fine. It's
Yeah.
Baby cleans it up now.
She's probably like, nah, just flush.
fine.
Bro, the golden fucking corral.
She's just
bro.
like, damn, that
She
was
still thought it
a...
was a shit.
Yeah.
Someone else
Why is
came
that?
in.
Why is
She's like,
that
I
shit?
thought it was that lobster, man.
He's like, holy hell, I'm dying. Why is this shit crying and screaming? Just
I
to,
should have stayed away from the ice cream machine.
just to imagine that, like, later, you know, our son's gonna grow up. She's gonna tell him
He's
that
gonna
story.
be bullied so fucking bad.
Oh my god, dude!
Bro,
I
and
hope
the
he's
name,
getting
too.
dunked in the toilet, and they're
Toilet
gonna
baby.
be like, yeah, you like that, don't you, toilet baby? God damn!
Ugh.
Golden Corral toilet baby. And she's gonna be like, you know, he'll learn
What?
about the birds and bees and stuff and pray and see whatever, and he'll be like, Mom, how was I born? She's like,
Oh god,
boy, let me tell you, I thought I'd take a fat shit.
dude! Can you
Oh.
imagine his birth certificate says the Golden Corral on it, dude? Oh
Ugh.
my god, bro!
They didn't put the golden in there, but the birthplace, that'd be funny. Birthplace, Golden Corral bathroom.
Good God.
Man,
All
That-
two.
that poor
That's-
child.
That's a good crazy meme. Weird things happen in the universe. I think it's about time we wrap up, fellas. Any closing thoughts or whatever? Let's start with Cade. Anything you want to say?
My closing thoughts is the Destiny 2 DLC is actually really good. It just is really annoying to get into. And Helldivers 2 is really fun right now. Bye.
Oh yeah, there is the new update. We can check that out.
Yes.
Tyler, what you thinking?
Oh, I don't know, man. Gaming is dead. Acolyte's dog shit.
Pretty much, yeah. That's why we're back
The
on
Force.
PvA.
Yup. Apparently in Acolyte, you can now have 2 women be born by 2 women. You don't need a man anymore.
Oh,
When did you need one?
That's a fact.
I'll
God.
impregnate you with the Force.
I am hoping on Marvel's new movie, Deadpool and Wolverine. If it's not good, I might kill myself. And that's my
Save
thoughts.
Cinema, hopefully. Andy, what you got to wrap us up here?
You can take the man out of the car, but you can't. Yeah.
Nice.
That was fucking clean, bro.
I don't know, dude.
Holy.
Nah, I'm good. We're good.
Dang
the end of the podcast. I don't know what the fuck to say. We had all these podcast topics that we had lined up in transitions, and then you're like closing arguments. I'm like, that wasn't. I didn't make any plans for closing arguments.
Closing argument. Robert's a bitch.
I don't know, dude. I plead the fifth, dude. I don't want my lawyer present.
I played the fifth.
I just think, I mean, yeah, we'll
Respect.
have to be cautiously optimistic about Black Ops 6. I'm kind of hyped for it. I mean, watching that video, that like the 30-minute reveal video was cool. I think the campaign should be good at least. The multiplayer will probably be fun. They've been developing this one since Cold War, apparently. So they've had like 4 years instead of the normal like yearly COD bullshit. So we'll see.
Okay.
Possible.
Okay.
And excited for
Consider gaming
Gears.
quality.
Excited for Doom. and hopefully Deadpool Wolverine can save movies. And then
Yes,
A lot.
yes.
That's
hopefully.
a lot on their shoulders there.
for now, we'll just have to see what goes on. And if you're potentially pregnant, don't go to Golden Corral. I guess that's it.
No. You should go crowd for that fucking gift card.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
yes.
the gift
and you avoid
card
the hospital.
and you avoid the hospital. Exactly.
Okay, so if you think you're gonna have a baby, go to Golden Corral. That's actually a strat. They could
Yes.
make that a slogan or something like.
What a slogan.
Like I don't know how, but it could be like Golden Corral, a great place to have babies, or something like that, or like.
The lobster's so good, make you fucking lose your
make
Come
you have
on
a
down to
baby.
Golden Corral. We have prime birthing toilets.
Oh god.
And
it's so
on
good.
that
Our
note,
bathrooms are so clean you can have a baby in it.
there you go. There you go.
It's not like Taco Bell. Nobody nuked that shit.
I guess on that note, we out. See y'all next time.